What makes a wife virtuous and why her worth is considered far above rubies? These questions have captivated our minds for centuries, and today, we unravel the answers. A virtuous wife, in essence, is a woman of high moral standards. Her character is like a diamond, strong, beautiful, and multifaceted. She embodies qualities that go beyond the physical realm, reflecting an inner beauty that outshines even the most precious of stones. Consider rubies, for instance. These gems are prized for their stunning beauty and rarity, yet the worth of a virtuous wife is said to be far above that of rubies. But why is that? To grasp this concept, we must delve deeper into the attributes of a virtuous wife. Trust is the bedrock of any relationship, and in the context of marriage it takes on an even greater significance. A virtuous wife earns the trust of her husband not just through her words but through her actions. Her reliability is such that her husband can safely place his confidence in her. This trust forms a solid foundation upon which a prosperous and harmonious life can be built. Prosperity, however, is not just about material wealth. It's about an abundance of love, peace, and happiness. A virtuous wife brings prosperity to her husband by creating an environment of mutual respect and understanding. She contributes to his life in ways that enrich his spirit and enhance his well-being. She is a beacon of goodness, doing him good and not evil all the days of her life. Her actions, guided by love and kindness, reflect her virtuous nature. She radiates positivity, influencing those around her and leaving a lasting impact. In conclusion, a virtuous wife is priceless because she brings immeasurable value to her husband's life. Her virtues of trustworthiness, love, and kindness outweigh any material wealth. She is indeed a treasure beyond material wealth. A virtuous wife indeed is a treasure beyond material wealth. How does a virtuous wife impact her husband's life? This is a question that perhaps many of us have pondered. The answer lies in her actions, in her character, in her very essence. A virtuous wife, one whose worth is far above rubies, has the power to shape her husband's life in ways that are profoundly positive. She is a beacon of goodness, her actions and attitudes radiating a light that guides her husband throughout life. She does good, not evil, all the days of her life. Her heart is a wellspring of kindness and compassion, her deeds a testament to her noble character. She brings joy and peace into her husband's life, her love a balm that soothes his worries and fears. Her goodness is not a fleeting thing, not a mere flash in the pan. It is a constant, a steadfast force that remains unwavering through the trials and tribulations of life. Her husband can trust in her, safe in the knowledge that she will always strive to do what is right and good. Her virtue is his rock, a sure foundation upon which he can build his life. She does good not just for her husband, but for all those around her. She extends her hand to the poor, reaches out to the needy. Her generosity knows no bounds. Her compassion is as vast as the sea. Her goodness is a beacon that shines brightly, illuminating the path for all those who are fortunate enough to be touched by her kindness. She is not just a wife, but a partner, a companion, a confidant. Her goodness enriches her husband's life, bringing a richness and depth that is beyond measure. Her influence is transformative, her impact profound. And so, the virtuous wife, with her heart of gold and her spirit of goodness, becomes a beacon for her husband. She guides him, supports him, uplifts him. Her goodness, her virtue, her love, these are the things that truly shape her husband's life. They are the things that make him a better man, a better person. A virtuous wife's goodness is a constant, guiding her husband throughout life. What does it mean when it's said that a virtuous wife seeks wool and flax and willingly works with her hands? This statement is more than just a metaphor. It's a testament to the industrious nature of a virtuous wife, a cornerstone of her character. Industriousness is an attribute characterized by hard work, diligence, and a spirit of enterprise. It's about rolling up your sleeves, getting to work, and doing whatever it takes to get the job done. For a virtuous wife, this means she's not afraid to get her hands dirty. She seeks wool and flax, materials that were used in ancient times to make clothing and other essentials. This illustrates her willingness to put in the effort to provide for her household, even if it means engaging in laborious tasks. But it's not just about the physical labor, it's about the mental and emotional energy she invests as well. It's about her diligence and dedication, her unwavering commitment to her family. She works hard, not out of obligation but out of love and a deep sense of responsibility. She's like a merchant ship, bringing her food from afar. This suggests that she's resourceful and proactive, going out of her way to provide the best for her family. She doesn't just settle for what's available or easy, she seeks out the best, even if it means going the extra mile. She rises while it is yet night, providing food for her household and a portion for her maidservants. This shows her selflessness and her willingness to put the needs of others before her own, waking up early to ensure that everyone in her household is taken care of. In essence, the industrious nature of a virtuous wife is about more than just physical work. It's about her character, her values, her dedication to her family. It's about her willingness to go above and beyond, to work tirelessly and selflessly for the well-being of her loved ones. A virtuous wife's industriousness is a testament to her character. This industriousness is not just about her actions but also about her heart, her spirit, and her love for her family. It's a testament to her strength, her resilience, and her unwavering commitment to those she holds dear. How does a virtuous wife provide for her household? It's a question that brings to mind a myriad of images, doesn't it? Well, let's delve into it. A virtuous wife, the provider, is a figure of diligence and strength. She rises early, before the break of dawn, embodying the spirit of a merchant ship, journeying far and wide to bring sustenance to her home. It's not just about physical nourishment, but also the emotional and spiritual well-being of her family. She is a master of her craft, her hands well-versed in the art of providing. Whether it's preparing a feast, stitching a torn garment, or simply being there when her family needs her, she's always ready. Her provision is not just about tangible goods, but also the intangible qualities of love, care, and comfort that make a house a home. Her work is not limited to the confines of her household. She extends her reach to the community, using her skills and resources to help those in need. She does not shy away from hard work. She welcomes it, knowing that her efforts will bear fruit, not just for her family, but also for those around her. She's a beacon of resilience, unfazed by the challenges that life throws at her. Come snow or shine, she ensures that her family is well-clothed, well-fed, and well-loved. Her household, under her watchful eye and nurturing hands, lacks nothing. She's not just a provider in the traditional sense. She's also a provider of wisdom, guidance, and strength. She nurtures her family not just with food and material possessions, but also with values, wisdom, and love. She instills in them a sense of responsibility, teaching them the value of hard work and the importance of kindness and compassion. In essence, a virtuous wife is more than a provider. She's a pillar of strength, a beacon of love, and a wellspring of wisdom. She's the heart that keeps the household beating, the hands that keep it running, and the spirit that keeps it alive. A virtuous wife indeed is the backbone of her household. How does a virtuous wife approach finances and investments? A virtuous wife is not just a beacon of goodness and a provider, she's also a sharp and savvy investor. She understands the value of each dollar and the power of wise investments. She knows that true wealth is not just about earning, but growing what you have. Picture this: she considers a field, evaluating its potential and the opportunities it presents. She takes into account the soil quality, the location, the climate, and the market demand. She's not impulsive, rather, she's thoughtful and calculated. Her decisions are based on thorough research and careful consideration. Once she's confident in her decision, she buys it. But her work doesn't stop there. She knows that an investment isn't just about purchasing and waiting, it's about nurturing and growing. So, from her profits, she plants a vineyard. She's not merely content with the status quo. She takes what she has and uses it to create more. Now, why a vineyard? Well, a vineyard symbolizes a long-term investment. It takes time for the vines to mature and bear fruit. It requires patience, care, and consistent effort. But once it does, it brings forth a bountiful harvest year after year. It's a testament to her foresight, resilience, and commitment. This is the financial wisdom of a virtuous wife. She doesn't shy away from making big decisions. She doesn't fear taking calculated risks. She understands the value of money and the importance of investing for the future. Her financial acumen is not just about managing the household budget or saving for a rainy day. It's about building a legacy, a prosperous future for her family. So when we talk about a virtuous wife, we're not just talking about a woman of character and kindness. We're talking about a woman of financial wisdom and entrepreneurial spirit. A woman who understands the power of investment and the importance of sustainable growth. A virtuous wife's financial acumen is a pillar of the family's prosperity. How does a virtuous wife embody strength and honor? This question, as simple as it sounds, holds profound implications. Let's delve into it. A virtuous wife indeed is a symbol of strength and honor. Her strength goes beyond the physical. It's the strength of character, of purpose, of resilience. She girds herself with this strength, preparing for the challenges that life might throw her way. She doesn't shy away from hard work, but embraces it. Her arms are strong, not just to carry the burdens of her household, but also to lift up those around her. She's a pillar of strength, not just for herself, but for her family too. Her husband can trust her children look up to her, and her community respects her. Her strength is her shield and her honor is her crown. But what about honor? How does she embody this noble quality? Well, her honor lies in her actions, her words, and her deeds. She acts with integrity, speaks with kindness, and treats everyone with respect. She is honest and fair in her dealings, whether it's managing the household finances or negotiating a business deal. She's not just honorable in her actions, but also in her thoughts. She's not swayed by petty issues or trivial matters. She keeps her focus on what's important, on what's right. Her honor shines through in her commitment to her family, her dedication to her work, and her devotion to her community. But strength and honor are not just about being strong and honorable in the present. A virtuous wife rejoices in time to come. She looks forward to the future with hope and optimism. She has faith in her abilities, in her strength, and in her honor. She knows that her actions today will shape her tomorrow. She's not afraid of the future, but welcomes it with open arms because she knows she's prepared for it. In the end, a virtuous wife's strength and honor are her adornments. They are her true beauty, her real wealth. They are what make her priceless, far above rubies. They are what make her a virtuous wife. How does a virtuous wife express wisdom and kindness? Imagine a woman who, when she speaks, utterances of wisdom flow from her lips. This woman is the virtuous wife. Her words are not just hollow sounds, they are filled with profound wisdom that can guide a household, inspire her children, and support her husband. She doesn't just speak for the sake of speaking, no, her words are carefully chosen, filled with thoughtfulness and understanding. She knows the power of words, and she uses them wisely. But it's not just about wisdom. The virtuous wife is also defined by her kindness. It's not a fleeting kindness that comes and goes with the wind. It's a steady, unwavering kindness that defines her character. She doesn't only extend this kindness to her loved ones but to all who cross her path. She understands that kindness is not a weakness, but a strength. It's a force that can soften the hardest of hearts and turn enemies into friends, and her kindness is not just in her words, it's in her actions too. She extends her hand to the poor, reaching out to those in need. She doesn't turn a blind eye to suffering, but instead, she takes action. She uses her resources, her time, and her energy to make a difference. And she does this not for praise or recognition, but simply because it's the right thing to do. This kindness and wisdom are not separate from each other. They are intertwined like two strands of a rope. Her wisdom guides her kindness, and her kindness amplifies her wisdom. She understands that true wisdom is not just about knowing what to do, but also about knowing how to do it with kindness and compassion. The virtuous wife's wisdom and kindness are not just traits, they are her guiding principles. They are what define her, what set her apart. They are the very essence of who she is. And it is these qualities that make her worth far above rubies. A virtuous wife's wisdom and kindness are her guiding principles. How is a virtuous wife praised and honored? A question that echoes through the ages, a question that resonates with profound respect and deep admiration. You see, a virtuous wife is not just appreciated, she is celebrated. Imagine a morning where the sun rises and with it the voices of her children. They rise up, their hearts filled with gratitude, their words a symphony of praise. They call her blessed, not just for her deeds, but for her essence, for her spirit that infuses their lives with love and warmth. Blessed, they call her, because she is their beacon, their anchor, their compass in the journey of life. But the chorus of praise doesn't end there. Her husband, the man who shares her life, who knows her deepest strengths and has seen her resilient spirit, he too joins this symphony. He praises her, not just as his wife, but as the woman who stands by him, the woman who enriches his life with her love and kindness. His words of praise are not mere platitudes, they are heartfelt, they are sincere, they are the echo of his deep admiration and love for her. Yet, the praise for a virtuous wife extends beyond the confines of her home. It resonates through the gates, through the community. It's her works, her contributions that sing her praises in the public sphere. Her virtues, her integrity, her industrious nature, and her compassion, they all speak for her. She is not just a virtuous wife, she is a virtuous woman. Her praise and honor are not merely given, they are earned. Earned through her dedication, her selflessness, her strength, and her kindness. Earned through her unwavering commitment to her family, her values, and her community. So how is a virtuous wife praised and honored? Through the voices of her children, the words of her husband, the respect of her community, and the enduring legacy of her works. A virtuous wife's praise and honor are well-deserved rewards for her virtue. What have we learned about a virtuous wife? Let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've been on. uncovering the qualities and attributes of a virtuous wife. She is, quite simply, a gem of inestimable value. Her worth is far above rubies, something that cannot be quantified in mere monetary terms. She is a beacon of goodness, a source of unending trust for her husband, always striving to bring him good and not evil throughout their shared lives. She's not just virtuous in spirit but also in action. She's industrious, seeking wool and flax, and willingly working with her hands, like a merchant bringing her food from afar. She's a tireless provider, rising before dawn to ensure her household is well fed and taken care of. She's an investor too, considering fields, buying them, and using her profits to plant vineyards. Yet, she's not all about work. She girds herself with strength, both physical and emotional, and her arms are strong, capable of dealing with whatever life throws at her. Her merchandise, the fruits of her labor, are good. She works into the night, her lamp never going out, her hands always busy with the distaff and spindle. But her kindness extends beyond her household. She extends her hand to the poor, reaching out to the needy, showing compassion and empathy. She's prepared for all eventualities, not fearing the snow because she has clothed her household in scarlet. She's creative, making tapestry and clothing of fine linen and purple. She's a woman of strength and honor, her clothing metaphorically. Wisdom and kindness are her trademarks, her words always measured and thoughtful. She watches over her household, never idle, always vigilant. She's a source of blessing for her children, and her husband sings her praises, recognizing her worth. Charm may be deceitful, and beauty may fade, but a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Her works are her testament, praising her in the gates of the city. A virtuous wife indeed is a treasure beyond measure.